Welcome back to IraqiRV News, your number one source for breaking developments, trusted insights, and real-time updates on the revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong. If you're holding IQD or VND, or you're simply watching this historic financial shift unfold, then buckle up. Today's report is one of the most exciting and promising we've ever covered. The moment we've all been preparing for is gaining momentum fast, and we now have confirmed updates from three critical sources: the United States, the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, and Chase Bank. Yes, you heard that right, Chase Bank has stepped into the spotlight, and the implications are staggering. In this video, we'll dive deep into the live rate confirmations, the behind-the-scenes coordination between governments and financial institutions, and what these confirmed signals mean for your financial future. Stick with us, because what you're about to hear could change everything. Let's begin with the Central Bank of Iraq, which has made a series of subtle yet powerful moves over the past 48 hours. For months, there has been speculation that the CBI has been aligning its infrastructure with international banking standards, especially concerning SWIFT and IBAN integrations. Now, it appears they have completed that process. Not only is the CBI fully integrated with international digital banking networks, but recent insider information reveals that they have activated updated rates for internal use, signaling a transition into the public phase of the RV. Multiple sources close to the CBI are reporting that the new IQD rate has been finalized and is no longer in speculative status. While this live rate has not yet hit Forex platforms publicly, it is being tested across private banking networks, a critical precursor to public release. In tandem with the CBI's actions, U.S. financial authorities have been closely coordinating efforts, particularly through the Treasury Department and key regulatory bodies. We now have confirmation that new exchange rate figures have been acknowledged and reviewed at a federal level. This isn't just rumor or conjecture. There are documented correspondences and internal memos that show cross-border communication involving the CBI, the U.S. Treasury, and major financial institutions, including Chase Bank. The United States has played a key role in stabilizing Iraq's financial environment over the years, and this new level of collaboration is aimed at ensuring a smooth rollout of the revaluation and its impact on global currency markets. Let's talk about Chase Bank. In a move that surprised even the most seasoned currency watchers, Chase has officially acknowledged new IQD and VND rates within their internal systems. While these rates are not yet viewable to the general public via online banking apps, select clients, including Tier 1 and Tier 2 currency holders, have reported viewing adjusted rates in branch-level systems under non-disclosure agreements. We've received credible information that these rate updates are part of a live testing environment used to evaluate conversion logistics, banking platform readiness, and regulatory compliance. Simply put, Chase Bank is not only prepared for the RV, they are actively engaged in its phased release. This signals a major shift from theoretical talk to concrete implementation, and it gets better. Clients involved in these early exchanges have confirmed higher than expected redemption values, suggesting that preferential or contract rates may be rolling out with the public tier. On the Vietnamese Dong side, developments are just as promising. The State Bank of Vietnam has been working in tandem with global financial partners to stabilize its currency and increase international investor confidence. The VND is often seen as a sister currency in the revaluation process, and today, it's playing its role to perfection. Just like the IQD, we are seeing live rate tests being acknowledged by major U.S. banks, including Chase. The numbers vary slightly depending on region and platform, but the clear trend is this: the Dong is rising, in value, and fast. What's particularly interesting is that the VND may be used as the lead indicator for the broader rollout, because it's more economically stable and less controversial geopolitically than the IQD. We could see it go public slightly ahead of the dinar, serving as a soft launch model for the entire revaluation mechanism. Now let's get into the actual numbers. While we are legally and ethically obligated not to disclose exact rate figures under NDA conditions, we can confirm this. The IQD is being reviewed at more than triple its former value in test environments, and in some contract discussions, even higher. Redemption centers, particularly those connected with Tier 1 banks, are being activated with staff on 24-hour alert. Training programs for currency redemption have been completed, and personnel are under strict lockdown to prevent information leaks. Similar arrangements are in place for the VND, with rates reflecting a meaningful gain that could provide life-changing value to those who hold a decent volume. If you're wondering what this means for your investment, here's the bottom line: the revaluation is no longer a matter of if, but when, and that when is looking closer than ever. Let's take a moment to talk about what's happening in the redemption ecosystem. Redemption centers are not just a rumor anymore. They are real, functioning, and fully prepared to begin operations. We're hearing reports from key hubs in Texas, Florida, Nevada, and parts of the Midwest where banks have designated off-site locations for high-volume currency exchanges. These centers are equipped with biometric scanners, digital ledgers, and direct connections to federal oversight systems. The goal is to provide a secure and seamless process for processing large volume holders without disrupting traditional bank operations. High-level banking insiders have indicated that these centers have received green lights to begin soft exchanges under special terms and are awaiting the go-live signal for the broader public. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The movement of gold and asset-backed ledgers over the past few weeks ties directly into this revaluation. Iraq, along with several other countries, has begun pegging their currencies to a commodities-backed basket that includes gold, oil, and agricultural reserves. This is part of a global trend toward a more stable, transparent monetary system that minimizes inflation and restores purchasing power. The implementation of ISO 20022 compliance systems in Iraq and Vietnam ensures they can operate within this new financial framework seamlessly. This is not a coincidence, it's all part of the plan. The shift away from fiat currency toward asset-backed systems is creating the foundation for a new global financial order, and both the IQD and VND are at the center of that change. Now, let's talk about what you, the holders, should be doing right now. First and foremost, stay alert and stay informed. We are in a sensitive transitional window where information is moving fast and decisions are being made in real time. If you haven't already, make sure your currency is safely stored in a secure location and that you've documented its authenticity. Keep copies of all your purchase receipts, certificates of authenticity, and any relevant correspondence. Prepare your paperwork now, because once the RV goes live to the public, you'll want to be ready to move quickly. Timing will be everything, especially if you're aiming for preferential rates or private redemption appointments. Be cautious of misinformation. While the news is very promising, there are still many opportunists and bad actors spreading false timelines or trying to pressure holders into premature exchanges. Trust your instincts and stick with verified sources. Here at IraqiRV News, we vet every piece of information before bringing it to you. If you receive a call or email promising you a once-in-a-lifetime rate, verify it through proper banking channels before taking action. The real opportunity is not in panic, but in preparation. Let's also address the broader implications of this shift. Once the IQD and VND rates go public, we will likely see ripple effects across the global economy. Currencies that have long been suppressed or undervalued will begin adjusting. This could lead to the rebalancing of entire markets, new trade agreements, and a redistribution of wealth. The United States, having played a stabilizing role in these developments, stands to benefit from the increased global liquidity and restored confidence in emerging markets. Meanwhile, Iraq and Vietnam will see a dramatic boost in GDP, foreign investment, and international credibility. This is more than just a financial event. It's a reset that could lift millions out of poverty and reshape geopolitical alliances. For our viewers who have been with us on this journey for years, you know how long and difficult the wait has been. But your patience, your belief, and your commitment are now paying off. This is the season of reward. The signs are no longer hidden, they are in plain sight. Central banks are moving, international laws are being updated, and the public phase is just around the corner. It's not just about holding currency, it's about being part of history. You are witnessing a transformation that few in the world truly understand, but those who do will be in a position to prosper, serve, and lead. So, what can we expect in the coming days? Based on all available data, it appears we are on the brink of a full-scale public rate reveal. While there is no official date or time given,